world's a stage. William Shakespeare. Today I'm going to talk about just how incredibly fake this world is. If you're on this channel, if you found this video randomly, it's not an accident. You probably are perplexed, confused. You have no idea what's going on. You're perplexed by the absurdity of this world. You're just starting to notice how fake this world is. You are starting to realize that the world is nothing like you originally thought it was, because of the unique situation that's going on and how that has changed your perspective. And now certain things just don't feel as real or authentic as they used to. And this is because you are finding out who you truly are. You are actually finding out that you have been following a program your whole life that society and culture put in your mind. And you are waking up to who you truly are, which is not all of these identities that you didn't even create, that the world expects you to attach to. You probably are also somebody who doesn't watch mainstream news. You've probably long ago realized just that it's toxic, it's poisonous, that it is designed to control your perception, your mind. It has a bias, it has an agenda. So you probably don't watch the news at all, most likely either. And you're just really starting to just question everything you've been told your whole life. But going into just how fake and staged things are in this world, and how we just live in a world of literal actors, people who are just putting on shows and they're just fake and they don't want you to see what the truth is. So a little while back, and I'm probably gonna I don't know when I'm going to post this video, but it'll probably be very soon after I record this. And at the time of me recording this video, it's, I don't know, maybe a week or two or so, maybe 2 weeks, if I remember the date correctly, since there was that incident with Biden where he took, you know what, on camera, you know, on a newscast. And many people who watched that, just when we were watching it, like, just something didn't add up about it. And I was just like looking at it, I'm like, okay, that is clearly a fake lawn of the White House in the background. Like that window is not right. I'm like, that's a set. And so more and more people started talking about how this is like literally a set. They're just literally doing this on a set, like as in a real staged production. This is being done on a set. And then you had where that one late night host, whatever Oliver, I think his name is, he openly just says, oh yeah, it was on a set. Who cares? So what is going on is we've gotten to a level of fakeness in our society to where it's openly acknowledged it's fake, and people just don't care, because we've gotten to a society where people prefer to live in the fake world rather than getting real. And that's why everything is so fucked up and chaotic. So not only do you have that just blatantly staged, you just think like, why couldn't they have done it in the actual White House? Why would they do it on some stage? So it's just like, why is everything just so tacky and staged? It's like a low budget B movie. Like, why is everything so staged? You probably, if you're watching this video, have noticed that the news stages stories. The reason why they call them news stories is because that's exactly what it is. It is a story that is their story on what they want you to perceive as reality, based on the agendas of their channel and the sponsors of that channel, you know, whoever pays, political or companies who pay, which it's one and the same, because at the end of the day, all political agendas are based on some kind of company or industry's interests. Anybody with the brain knows that that's how the legislative system in the United States works, and the same thing goes on with mass media. And when you're watching mass media, you're actually watching an advertisement for the agendas of that station. And so even news, when you start waking up to how fake this world is, You're like, they're staging stories. Like, you'll just see like stories where the news people who are videoing it will clearly tell people to like stage something a certain way, like that one clinic where they were staging, where they had people who work at the clinic standing in a line outside to make the line look longer, to create more of a dramatic effect that they were trying to do. And then I remember one time I was watching Indiana Jones, the Raiders of the Lost Ark, the first Indiana Jones movie, on Channel 2 in Chicago, here in Chicago. And this movie got interrupted by a supposed news break. And this was during the time when all those riots were happening as a result of the George Floyd and all the other kind of stuff. And it interrupted this movie that I love to cut to this scene downtown where literally nothing was happening. There were no riots. Nothing was being torn up. There were just police standing around doing nothing. And it was quite possibly the most pathetic thing that I've ever seen in my life, where there was this guy who was out in the field. Can't think of the name right now. You know, the guys that are not the anchors that are in the studio, but the ones who are like the field reporters or whatever. He's out there, and they're like, this thing comes in like, oh, breaking news. And like, they go to downtown Chicago where literally nothing is happening. And this guy is just like trying his best to over dramatize what's going on. He's like, if you look down here, and literally nothing was going on. And they were just over dramatizing it. And they interrupted a great movie to just do this. And then the other end of the fakeness, let's get on a big fakeness in this country and in this world, is social media fakeness. So you have people who live in a fake world because everything is about the projection on social media. So people are watching social media, getting jealous of other people's lives, and then trying to then curate their life, not realizing that the other people's lives you're getting envious of, they're curating their stories too, and putting out specific images and narratives that they want you to see, so that you can have a certain projection about their life that is completely alien to what their life really is. And you're doing the same thing, stressing yourself out. I'm not saying maybe you specifically, but people will stress themselves out trying to then put up their projection in their image. And then now everybody's getting a completely fake image of what people's lives are. And I'm going to tell you a story. I know someone personally whose wife was getting on him because she wanted her relationship with him to be like some couple on Facebook. And, you know, they, of course, this couple is the ones puts all these typical lovey-dovey pictures. And then they're like, this person that I know, his wife, never thought to herself that, hey, you guys put lovey-dovey pictures to make your relationship look perfect as well on social media. And then get ready for the kicker. It turns out that this perfect couple actually had infidelity going on, where the husband was cheating on the wife. And so here this woman was being envious of this fake projection on social media, that she was wrecking her own marriage, which was actually better and greater than, or at least more stable than this relationship that you're envying, this fake social media projection. So what's going on is you're having people who are living through electronic devices, through certain narratives and images. And then what is happening is they are hodgepodging all this stuff together into an image and a worldview that is skewed based on things that are being intentionally curated and staged. And so people do this on social media. They put up stage stuff on social media. They make you think that their fake stage shit on social media is real, but it's actually a staged, curated version of their life that they want you to see. And Then just another level, what was the other, there was something else I was going to think of about just about the fakeness of this fake ass staged world. Oh, I recently found out that apparently now you can buy digital clothes online now, where you can literally have a digital outfit that is like a designer outfit that you can put over yourself on social media. I mean, talk about the most fake. I mean, we're just getting into insane levels of fakeness now at this point, and just artificiality and just creating artificial projections. And then the other end of it is you've got all of the Silicon Valley companies who are openly admitting that, hey, we're actually filtering your results, we're filtering what you're receiving, and filtering off certain things we don't think that you should see. And so when they are actually openly admitting to you, when tech companies are openly admitting to you, hey, we're gonna be curating and censoring your the materials and how you receive them to make sure that certain information doesn't get to you and that you get certain other information, they're openly admitting that they are controlling the spectrum of information you're receiving, meaning that they are actually admitting openly. And this is what's so crazy about it. People talk about conspiracy theories. It's not a conspiracy theory. This shit is out in the open. We live in a reality where we don't realize how perceptually deceived we are, because we openly accept the idea of tech companies choosing what information you have access to. So you look into the fake social media, the fucking stage news stories, the stage social media stories, and you just end up realizing you're in a fake world. And like I was talking to one of my friends the other day. I'm going to try not to go too much longer with this, but I was talking to one of my friends the other day about a job that he left that was a very mind-numbing, soul-sucking job. And he talked about how all of the highest earning people there, like the management and like, you know, top salespeople, how their whole identity was all attached to the fact that they make all this money. Oh, this money, I make all this money. And one of the funniest, not funny, but excuse me, most interesting things he told me about this story, about this place, is that all of the people who were the top earners, the people in management and all these kind of things, making all this money, and top salespeople, every single one of these people had family, personal lives that were absolutely fucked up. All these people with multiple divorces in their history, strained family relationships, estrangement from wives and kids and or partners and kids, and all kinds of crazy stuff. But yet these people, and this isn't, you know, unique to these people. This is a story that happens multiple times in this world, where people basically put so much of their energy and they literally sell their soul to the pursuit of money through a certain job, that they actually lose touch of what actually matters and the real treasure in life, which is a healthy relationship with family and friends. That goes to the wayside because they spend 60, 70 hours a week giving their soul to this money. And it's just, we live in a world of just completely, like, this world is literally opposite land. It's fucking opposite land, where you have these people, look at that beautiful geese flying overhead. You have these people who literally everything in reality about their life is a train wreck. Their family life is destroyed. Infidelity, estrangement, divorces, not seeing their kids, away from their kids, all kinds of stress. But I'm so successful. Because I make I make numbers on a screen. Even though reality, my life is fucked, I have numbers on a screen. So I'm successful. And he told me, and my friend told me about how all these people whose lives are a wreck, they all live, and if you challenge them on anything, everything reverts back to how great they are because they make so much money. And This is the fake world we live in. Fake actors. Like if you have if somebody has a family life that is a complete fucking wreck, but they make $300,000 a year, that's not success. What do you're so okay? So this person has numbers on a screen that they can use to buy fleeting experiences and material goods of planned obsolescence, which never bring the full true happiness. It's the fleeting, like, novelty, fleeting novelty that comes, and then it's gone. But then these people still deep down inside know, like, their lives are kind of crummy. If somebody's family life is screwed up to where they have gone through multiple divorces, or even just one divorce because of how much they've put into their career, and kids who hate them, kids who they don't see, like I said, infidelity on the part of the person who's pursuing the money, as well as the partner at home that is feeling left out because of this person's selfish pursuit, or not even necessarily selfish pursuit of money, but their incessant pursuit of money. And so one thing that you're going to realize as a person who's watching this video, who's becoming an authentic person, who's discovering their true self, who doesn't want to wear the persona, which, by the way, if you look up the origin of the meaning persona, it's the mask that the players wore in ancient Roman plays. So you're not an actor like these people who hide behind superficial, fake social and cultural definitions, when in reality they know they're not happy people, and they don't feel free, even though they supposedly claim that there's something that they, or whatever. And so what happens is you're going to notice that the people who love promoting the fakeness are not going to like the real people. Real people scare the fuck out of these people. Like, so many people who have talked shit about me because I have a lot of counterculture and counter narrative opinions, who call me crazy, call me weird. What I've actually realized is these motherfuckers are scared of people who are just waking up and can actually just see through the phoniness of this society now, and how phony everybody is. And even people who, according to social definitions, are supposedly successful, are just hiding secrets and have skeletons in their closets and are not fulfilled people. And there are people who are not wealthy, who, according to the superficial definition of wealthy, who have abundant lives. And so what people like you who are watching this video, who are becoming real, are going to find out is that in a world that is so unfree, you're going to be free. In a world that is so unhealthy, you are going to become healthier. You're whatever your situation is, I don't care what your situation is right now, you're going to get healthier. And in a world that is bankrupt, you are going to become abundant. You are going to become abundant, and that doesn't necessarily mean numbers on a screen, money. It just means you have everything you need in life, all the resources and friends and supportive people and family members who are supportive in your life, and you will become a peaceful person in a violent world. So, free in an unfree world, healthy in an unhealthy world, abundant in a bankrupt world, and peaceful in a violent world. And you're seeing how fake people are, and all this stress that people are going through because of this stuff. The real side of them is coming out. They don't have the energy anymore to hold up the axe. So that's what's going on. So, all right, I'll talk to you later.